Guys, I cannot believe what I'm about to say. Never in my 6 years of playing this game would I ever think I would say this sentence, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. As of lately, Dragon Ball Legends has been doing an outstanding job with its releases. Finally, bro, let's go ahead and give Legends a round of applause. Like, this is what we've been waiting for. Okay, I know it's still pretty obvious that Legends is far from perfect. There are still many ongoing issues with the game. We got the server connections being all fucked up for a lot of people. The matchmaking in the game is still pretty bad. The equipment system is still a hot pile of ass. But we're not here to talk about those other issues. This video is going to be solely dedicated to the most recent releases we've gotten in the game, and also just the current environment the meta is in right now. Alright, to start us off, let's go all the way back to Christmas of 2024. The release of Ultra Beast Gohan. I did a community post a couple days ago just asking what your guys' overall thoughts were on Beast Gohan, and if you thought he was toxic, if you think he was a good addition to the game, because I like to hear both sides when it comes to characters like this, because opinions on him are pretty mixed. So I looked at the poll results and what the comments were saying, and the majority of you guys said that Beast Gohan was a balanced character and a great addition to the game, which I 100% agree with. Now, by no means am I saying Beast Gohan is the most balanced Ultra ever received and Legends did like a complete perfect job designing him. If that were the case, then there wouldn't be so many divided opinions about this character. There are still a lot of things in this character's kit that does make him really annoying to deal with. His disrupt, his card cost stacking, him being a get out of jail free card with his ultimates and his rising rush, and his special beam cannon that's pretty much an instant kill if you get caught in a combo. But if we were to compare him to other Ultras that we received in 2024, it is definitely a huge improvement. Compared to Ultra characters like UMV and Radhan, as to where if you were to go against them in their prime, you were pretty much going to lose guaranteed. But with Beast Gohan on the other hand, he's powerful of course, but not to the level where he's going to just completely curb stomp you in every situation. He's way more tolerable and just overall much more easier to deal with. That's one of the things I really enjoy about Ultra Beast Gohan. It just feels like there's so many more options for counterplay against this character. For example, his Rising Rush and his ult gauge. All you have to do to avoid the gauge being activated is just don't use your rush or your ultimate. Be wise about your plays and save them for the right time. And that could be after you kill Beast Gohan, or if you match your timing with him using a card or in a sidestep, because his gauge won't activate in those situations. And as for a special beam cannon, I am so glad they gave you a small window for you to hit him out of it. Because when they first showed that shit in the trailer, they made it seem like if you pressed it, it was just an instant kill and it just fired like immediately at the enemy and you had no chance of survival. But in reality, the only way for it to actually one-shot you is if Beast Gohan catches you in a combo and then he uses it. Or if you're like me and you do some stupid shit like this. I'm gonna launch this. Oh my god, bro, I'm such a... Why would you... Okay, first of all, no, it's not even my fault. Why would you go special beam cannon at full distance, bro? Who does that? Yeah, I'm not too good at the game. Again, I'm completely fine with people calling the special beam cannon toxic. I do understand where you guys are coming from, but I'm still grateful Legends at least gave us some form of counterplay to it. But overall, in my eyes, and the majority of the community's eyes, Beast Gohan surprisingly ended up being a great release. Which is still so like mind-boggling to think about, because not only is this character ultra rarity, and not only is this character Gohan, but it's Beast Gohan on top of that. Like, that just screams broken and unfair in so many levels. But they decided to make Beast Gohan like this, and I honestly cannot complain. If you guys remember, after my reaction to seeing Beast Gohan, I said I was going to quit the game, and I meant it, because I really thought that this character was like going to be the worst thing the game has ever added in recent time. But Legends proved me and most of the community wrong, and actually showed us that you don't need to make an Ultra character super broken and super over the top to still be powerful. Alright, let's go ahead and jump forward to 2025, January 14th, the release of LF Tag Future Gohan and Trunks. Man, was the Legends development team cooking with this one. Before we even talk about the kit and other stuff, I just want to appreciate this character as a whole and what this achievement means for Legends. This character is so unique and it's just such a breath of fresh air that the game desperately needed. One of the biggest complaints during the whole year of 2024 was that there were barely any new mechanics and every single character's kit felt super boring and super repetitive. Like, the only actual new mechanic we received last year was the fusing mechanic for the 6th anniversary. I mean, we also got Comeback thanks to Ultra Golden Frieza, but Comeback is literally just like the same thing as Revival. Like, what is the difference? But besides those two things, there wasn't anything new or exciting that made the game feel fun, which is pretty much the main reason why the ending half of 2024 felt like such a letdown. The two biggest examples of this are transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku and transforming Vegito Blue. Their kit is literally copy and paste. You just click a card, and you click another card, and you click another card, and they just keep comboing forever and forever and forever. That's it. Nothing exciting, nothing special. And these were both Legends Fest characters, which made it even more disappointing. But thankfully, with the release of Gohan and Trunks, they were able to finally provide us a brand new mechanic called Succession. This mechanic is so unique and leaves the door open for like infinite possibilities, bro. One scenario I instantly thought of when I saw it was the scene in the Tournament of Power where Vegeta lended Goku his energy and he fell off the stage. That would be so sick. What if we got a Succession tag Goku and Evoking unit where if you kill the tag unit, Vegeta falls off the stage or gets eliminated, and then he gives Goku his energy, and then Goku goes like Ultra Instinct or some shit. Even though I know that didn't happen in the show, that still would be cool, because like I said, infinite possibilities. Moving on to the characters kit. Zero complaints. They are amazingly designed. Great combo potential, great damage, great defensive capabilities, like against AoE Greens and Rising Rush. And then when you kill off Gohan, Trunks just turns into this mega dealing sniping character who can just eviscerate you with one blue card. This character is amazing, like they have nothing wrong with him. Top tier animations, amazing kit, a brand new mechanic. What more do you want from a character? Alright, fast forwarding a couple weeks to January 28th, LF Fuse Zamasu would make his appearance. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this off rip. This character is an amazing release.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
This poor Zamasu got absolutely shat on for no reason and called mid. I know you guys like to immediately point fingers and blame Goresh for all this because he's the one that called Zamasu mid, but it's not his fault. At all. Who's really to blame for all this is the people who can't form their own opinions and just agree with whatever a grown man says online, instead of actually using the character for themselves and forming their own thoughts. I swear to God, bro, people need to stop treating Goresh like his opinions are the be-all, end-all, and like he's some sort of fucking DBL messiah. I mean, to be fair, I get why Goresh is treated like this. He's probably one of the best creators on the platform. He gets God rank consistently. He's just very knowledgeable and smart with his plays and just about the game as a whole. But then again, guys, at the end of the day, he's just a player like you and me. There's probably going to be times where he's going to have different opinions on certain things, and that doesn't mean you have to be a yes man and just instantly believe and follow everything he says just because he's better than the average player. Form your own opinion and use the character for yourself, and then come to the conclusion. I can't believe I even have to say this, but because of this reason, this poor Zamasu got shot on by like half of the community, and it was just so unjust, and I actually cannot stand it. Like, this character has so much untapped potential that just went completely over most of your guys' head. But going back to Zamasu, he's amazing. He's a very strong and well-structured design character. He's got two types of gauges, an attack and a defense one. He does so much fucking damage, like, I swear to God, bro, why does this character do so much damage? He's constantly dropping your cards and sealing your main, and reducing your ki due to his defensive gauge, which he also gets health back from. His combo potential is really good. He's just an overall strong character. The only problem with this guy is that he doesn't have buff cancellation or endurance, so you're going to need dupes of this character for him to be able to tank better. But just because he doesn't have those two things doesn't automatically make him bad and unusable. Like, look at what else he's doing. Even without those two things, he's still putting in the work. If you're a Zamasu hater, then give this man an apology right now. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to February. And in February, there are only two characters that released during the entire month. IT Goku and Super Trunks. I'm gonna save IT Goku after we talk about Super Trunks because I myself and the community have a lot of mixed opinions about this character, so we're just gonna go ahead and save him for later. Super Trunks is one of the best 1% Sparkings we have seen in a while. Hell, even the Android 18 and the Android 17 that released next to the Gohan and Trunks and Zamasu were really good. All three of them are really good options, and I'm glad for this because usually 1% Sparkings are pretty underwhelming. I mean, we'll occasionally get really good ones like Garlic Jr., Tamagami number 3, or even crazier ones like Green Evil Boo. But for the most part, they're usually just forgettable trash. But Legends has really been locking in with their 1% Sparkings recently. But going back to Super Trunks, he is an amazing defense character with a lot of healing options, endurance, disrupt, and even has a chance to fail on his strike card, which is a callback to the old green Super Trunks from back in the day. Now moving on to IT Goku. I don't really like this character. The animations of the character aren't the problem, it's his kit and the way he was designed. His design is really brain dead and just an overall unpleasant experience to go up against. The first and main reason why this character is such a pain in the ass to deal with is because whenever he sidesteps, he destroys one of his cards and it gets replaced with an AoE green card. So if you're ever in a situation where you tackle against this Goku, he can just vanish and just pop his AoE green card and get a free combo off of that. And the reason why this is so annoying is because this Goku is able to do this 3 times. And it's not even just with tackling, there's so many other situations where Goku can catch you lacking. And what made this even more irritating was the new battle system that was implemented, Battle System 2.7. The big change that was added with this new battle system was that if you try to backflow, your vanishing gauge will slowly start to get depleted. They did this to try to prevent people from PV fishing, which I do appreciate Legends for trying, but this update kind of works as a double-edged sword. Sure, it provided a nerf to PV fishing, but on the other hand, it kind of unintentionally gave AoE green cards more value. And this Goku, being the AoE green merchant that he is, and pairing him up with Radhan, who is a short animation AoE green card, and adding UMV on top of that? Yeah, horrible experience. There's also just a lot of other things that this Goku had that are just so stupid. He has a lock-in ult, and he's always getting his Vanish back. I mean, I get it, because the whole point of this Goku is he's supposed to instant transmission, so let's just implement that by just having him get his Vanish back all the time. But implementing instant transmission in that kind of way just kind of makes his character feel like more of a rat, if anything. I mean, despite all the annoying shit that he does, he still is really easy to kill due to his bad defenses, but I still feel like he wasn't a healthy addition to the game. And if you guys like him, that's completely fine. Let me know why you like him in the comments, your reasoning for him, if he's fun to use to you, because I like to, like I said, I like to hear all sides of your guys' opinions. But as for me and some other parts of the community, this character was a L. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to March. This month has been absolutely insane. One of the most jam-packed months we have gone in this game in a long time, bro. It has been amazing. To start us off, on March 4th, we will get the release of Ultra Perfect Cell. This character has completely taken me by surprise. I was for sure Legends was going to give this character a counter gauge, AoE green, comeback, at least one of those things. Hell, maybe even all three of them at the same time. But to my absolute shock, not only were none of these mechanics present, but similar to Beast Gohan, he ended up being a good addition to the game. Like, what is going on, bro? Okay, now don't even get me wrong, there are things in this character's kit that are just like, why the fuck does he even have this? Like the armor blast break and this whole section of his kit. Like, really, Legends? Why? What was the point? But other than that, this character isn't really hard to deal with at all. Yet he's still powerful in his own right. I'm really glad with the way he turned out, and I'm also even more glad that he was able to push back more annoying characters, like UMV. And he was also kind of just able to change up the meta for a little bit. Alright, now let's talk about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Majin Ku. Both of these characters are pretty great releases. Vegeta is a super strong character with great combo potential, and has one of the best looking LFs in the entire game. This whole thing is just pure cinema. And the main thing that really does it for me is the fact that he's actually slamming his opponent into the ground and is like traveling through the ground with him. Like, do you know how long I've been waiting for LFs to interact with the environment around them? Like Goku and Frieza where they hop around on the rocks, and LF Broly where he just like spawns that pillar thing to stand on. Like, I really want to see more characters get slammed into rocks and just like thrown into space and shit. Like, this opens up so many doors for LFs in the futures, and I'm really excited to see what Legends does from here. Majin Ku was also a really good 1% sparking. I'll be honest, I kind of have mixed opinions about Majin Ku. On one hand, he's an amazing 1% support sparking, but then on the other, his paralysis is so fucking toxic.
No, you're kidding me! You're fucking me! Yeah! You fucking monster!
Paralysis is a terrible mechanic and provides zero enjoyment for anyone playing. There are matches where I deadass got paralyzed like back to back, and it has made me lose countless times. But besides that one thing that pisses me off, this character is a pretty good release. Alright guys, it's finally time to talk about the final characters of this month. Sparking Dew and LF Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Alright, let me just go ahead and talk about Dew really quick so I can go ahead and get to Goku. Dew's a pretty good release, good animations, decent kit, overall good option for the Daima team. Okay, we're done with Dew. Let's go on Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Oh my gosh, I am still in disbelief that we actually got this character this early. I was for sure betting he was going to be a headlining LF for the anniversary. But nope, Legend just decided to drop him out of nowhere. This character is one of the best designed characters we have ever gotten. He literally does everything. He gets rid of buffs on standby. He can seal one of your cards in your main every time he switches in. He's got two types of cover changes for strike and blast cards. He's got last man standing buffs. He's got indestructible. He's constantly debuffing you. Like, my god, bro, what is this character? But the main thing I really do appreciate about this character is the fact that he has some sort of restriction. In order for him to get his indestructible, he has to be ran with two other Daima characters. And I'm actually really glad Legends did this because it prevents this character from being overly toxic, because like I just mentioned, he is doing everything. So W to Legends for putting some sort of limit on him. And of course, we gotta talk about the LF. Top 5 LF in the game for sure, bro. And the fact that the music in-game actually stops when he's firing up the Kamehameha, and it immediately comes back on as soon as he fires it.
Super Saiyajin 4だ
He has the voice of an angel! He's so sexy! What's wrong, Sharquisha?
That shit was beautiful as fuck.
Legends has really been going above and beyond with the animations this year. Like, we really gotta give another round of applause, bro. It has been insane. Alright guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. I'm actually really glad that I finally get to make a video like this on the channel, because if I'm being honest, I never thought I would be able to do this. But Legends has really been stepping up their game, and as a player, I see the good things and the changes that they're making and adding to the game, and I appreciate it. Like I said earlier, even though the game is far from perfect and there's still many ongoing issues, at least Legends is listening to the community and trying to take it upon themselves to move the game into the right direction. Because at the end of the day, it's really all about the players. If the players aren't happy, then that's an issue and needs to be corrected immediately. And it seems like Legends has finally been doing that. Well, at least for right now, because knowing this game, that shit can all change within a blink of an eye, bro. But I'm genuinely rooting for Legends here, and I hope they continue to steer the game into the right direction. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.